Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Lilbow and Neeb on Dusk Towers. In the bottom side of the map, we have the red Protoss player representing Team Millennium, and from the nation of France, it is Lilbow. And at the top side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player from the nation of America, and representing Ting, it is Neeb. Now, interesting fact I learned from Liquidpedia today. Apparently, Ting is a mobile phone company, and their only player that they sponsor is Neeb. Apparently, they see a lot of potential in this American Protoss player, and I do as well, based on his recent performance on my channel. Alright, so a PvP. Haven't had one of these in a while, but I figured I'd roll one out for those of you who are playing Protoss on ladder, just to see what the current meta is between two professional players, and hopefully see a strategy you can copy. Alright, so both players are identical builds right now. Gateways, assimilators, probes, all that great stuff. I do like the scouting that Neeb has thrown down here. Lilbow has no such interest in making that happen, but that gateway is on the way. There is a second gateway opening here. Both players doing the 2-gate opening, actually, according to this production tab. Both players have the double assimilator. They do. Both players have 2 assimilators. Neeb is not actually getting anything out of a second one quite yet. Whereas Lilbow does have those both fully saturated quite quickly. So just going for 2 now is Neeb, which in the past has meant it's going to be a double adept opening here, which can be pretty good against Protoss. Although if they're both going adept, it can be a little bit of a cat and mouse sort of thing. Although I prefer, if I'm playing Protoss in the situation, to go for Stalkers, just because they don't take the extra damage from the Adepts, because they're not light units. They have better range than Adepts, and they're fast enough to chase them when they're psionic transferring all around your base. So we'll see if one of these players goes for Stalkers or not. Yeah, Lilbow's going for Stalker. Neeb goes for an immediate Mothership Core. Both players are researching that Warp Gate research, which is so darn important in every single matchup. It really should just come by default, honestly. Like, I mean, I guess this delays pushes or whatever, but man, every single player always gets that darn thing. Even if they go Skytoss, they want to have this Warp Gate research just in case they need to warp in something back home. So both players going for Stalkers. Alright, so not going for Adepts at all. Fully saturated now on his assimilators is Neeb, and pushing on out here to expand about the same time. Checking for weird pylons and stuff is Lilbow. Neeb's not worrying about that sort of thing. Feels full confidence in his ability to handle this Protoss player. Lilbow from France. Il est très français. And waiting for it. Neeb! Neeb wins! Neeb wins the race to go for an expansion. Lilbow waiting a tiny bit here. Oh, look, he actually... No. That's Neeb. So Neeb got a Stargate and an expansion first. What the heck is Lilbow doing? Lilbow's spending his money on other things. I guess he has a sentry. He's going for the Stalker's Mothership Core as well. Interesting opening here from Neeb, though, going for the Stargate. Oracle is pretty good in this situation, just because unless there's a cannon in the middle line, it's very difficult to handle. I think that was, attempted scouting probe here gets blocked off by Lilbow's double Stalker play. And I want to see what comes out of here so bad. All right, Neeb, what you got for us, man? You show us what's going to come out. And it's a Phoenix opening, so not going to be Oracles at all. Going to go for Phoenix play against his opponent. Interesting indeed. So Disruptor Tennis appears to be a thing of the past. I know for a long time in the beta and in the early phases of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, PvP was just Disruptor Tennis. Back and forth, back and forth. Whoever got the better Purification Nova hits was going to win that game. But as it stands, we've seen some different stuff coming out from these guys. So I would not be surprised at all. I guess I'm not too surprised, I was going to say, by this Phoenix opening from Neeb. And Lilbow going for that robotics facility, so he might just be going for disruptors, but rather Immortals seem to be more important in this situation just because they do so well against Stalkers that are another staple in this matchup. So again, it's just kind of if you give a mouse a cookie thing. If your opponent goes Stalker, you want to go Immortal. If your opponent has too many Immortals, you want to go Phoenix, because Phoenix do fairly well here. Neeb, what are you scouting with your Mothership Core for? Are you insane? I mean, it was a nice scout, got right on in there. Did it actually manage to see? No, didn't actually manage to see that robotics facility, which is unfortunate. Hallucinated Phoenix pops on in for Lilbow, gets a full scout off on everything, because that is the way to go. With that hallucinated Phoenix here, Neeb continuing with that Phoenix count, and Twilight Council popping up for Lilbow. So I assume this is going to be for Blink. Blink Stalkers are pretty good against these Phoenix. Phoenix are really, really fast, but Stalkers hit them hard. It's just a matter of can they get close enough to them if they're trying to fly away to actually murder them. And with Blink, all things can be possible. There's that Immortal popping out, as I expected. So Neeb going for the Immortals instead of Lilbow. Lilbow instead going right for the Twilight Council, getting a Forge, getting those upgrades, which is such a good thing to get, especially in mirror matchups. If you have the same composition and pretty much the same size army, upgrades will make or break you. Will absolutely help you win that game if you have better upgrades than your opponent. It's just a matter of, would you rather have 3 more Stalkers or a +1 upgrade? It's kind of that thing. Knocking down his own pylon to get outside of his own base here is Neeb. And the Phoenix count looking all right. Picking up a sentry. A second sentry going to die too. Yes. Second sentry dies. None of those Phoenix get taken out whatsoever. Try to sweep back in there for another attack. It does get chased on out. And Hallucinate Phoenix makes a round 2. Lilbow has an excellent hold on what's going on here from Neeb. I mean, the information has just been perfect. But I guess the actual Phoenix have been doing pretty well too for Neeb. So both players haven't been able to keep anything hidden from their opponent. Neeb's going for a Void Ray. What was that? Did he actually get it? He actually got a Void Ray. I've seen that in PvZ recently in some specific type situations, specifically against Scarlet on the Korean ladder. I'm not sure why only there and nowhere else, but either way, Void Rays with their prismatic alignment do extra damage versus armored, which means they do extra damage versus Stalkers, versus Immortals, so they can be pretty useful. It's just that Stalkers pretty much beat them out of the sky is the problem. Stalker versus Void Ray generally seems to be in favor of Stalker when you have equal amounts of resources invested into each one. So I would not recommend doing this right here that Neeb is doing. Maybe he's trying something new. Maybe he has some very specific thoughts in mind, but both players are going for their third bases. Meanwhile, Phoenix continuing to fly around. Oh, free Mothership Core. Can he get it? He's going to try to get it. No! So close, but he had to fly over the Stalkers to really get there and decided that was not the ideal maneuver. Lifting 2 probes. I think he meant to do 1. Mothership Core does get sniped down, but in exchange, a single Phoenix dies. That is a fair trade as far as Neeb is concerned. Killing that Mothership Core, always fantastic. Forces your opponent to make a new one, because no Protoss ever wants to be left without one, and that is a gas investment they have to redo. And here it is, making it here from the second base. Double Stargate, more Stargates. Is Neeb going for some kind of a weird Skytoss strategy today? It would seem he is. Lilbow is playing more standard income tab right now, 57 to 56, pretty darn even, if you ask me. And yeah, just a lot of gateways, robotics facility, Immortals, +1 attack, shield weapons on the way. Actually, that's +2. Shields. Did I say shield weapons? I meant shields is being researched. You don't see that a whole lot either. And scouting it, man, Lilbow has been doing so well with this hallucinated Phoenix. Completely scouts out the additional Stargates, recognizes what Neeb is trying to go for here. And the Stargates do finish. Neeb lets them complete. He says, all right, you know what I'm doing. I'm making a massive Void Ray. Which is great in the lower levels when players don't know how to deal with Mass Void Ray, but I feel like Lilbow might have seen this before as Neeb goes for a 4th Nexus, and Lilbow could be ready for this one. I would honestly be shocked if he's not. Look at all these gateways. Pretty much you just go Mass Stalker and call it good. I don't know what else Lilbow needs to do to handle this incredibly high Void Ray count, but Mass Stalker I think would destroy this pretty darn easily. Yeah, there are some Immortals mixed in here too, but if you have a lot of Stalkers, the Void Rays are pretty much useless. The Immortals can be overwhelmed, and the Stalkers can win the day. Is he? Oh my gosh, a Fleet Beacon. Neeb. Neeb, are you trying to win my viewers over by getting a Fleet Beacon? Is that what you're doing? All right, it looks to be, we could see Tempest, we could see Carriers. I don't know, either one's going to be great in the situation where there are a lot, of Archons, actually. I was going to say a lot of Stalkers, but going for Archons instead. So a lot of Stalkers, a lot of Archons mixed in here. That 4th base, that almost up and running for Lilbow too. Both players are just hanging back. It's a no-rush 20-minute type game. I can't believe how long these players have just been hanging out, but I have to assume we're coming to an epic conclusion at some point. It is 72 to 65 Harvesters in favor of Neeb. He has that 4th base up running first, looking pretty darn fantastic. As far as I am concerned, armor supply, let's see here. Back to production. Oh, going for Carrier. All right, double Carrier bump and a Mothership Morphin from Neeb. Neeb. Mothership Carrier Void Ray Skytoss here for the win. Lilbow says, hey, I wonder, did those Stargates ever finish? Holy crap, they did. Holy shamoly, they did. I cannot believe it. And he just sits there in stunned disbelief. Tries to shoot out his fake lasers to kill the real Phoenix. Doesn't happen, though. And, I mean, 159 to 162 total supply. The problem with Skytoss is it takes a while to build because Carrier build times are insane. 86 in-game seconds for 1. I think Lilbow's going to try to win this thing before the carriers get out, because they might actually cause him a bit of a problem. Mothership, can you morph in first? This has the longest morph in time. Jeez, 71 in-game seconds. All right. Ugh, Stalker gets killed. Full probe pull. Running here. Lilbow. Yes, Lilbow's going to take down this Nexus. Neeb waiting for his mothership before anything else. Is there an observer in with this army? There's an observer, but it's way back here. All right. I mean, it's hanging back. It isn't there if necessary. Snipes it down. Well played there by Lilbow. Neeb, though, does he have his mothership yet? A couple more seconds. Bam. Mothership out. Time to go. If you can snipe down this little tiny observer that you can't see, mind you, you can pretty much lay waste to this entire army. No problem. I don't think Lilbow sees this thing is coming. Making interceptors here. And yep, everybody's sitting under the cloak, pushing on out. It's a good spread by Lilbow, trying to scout here with a single Zealot to see what's up. I'm not sure if it could tell if that was cloaked or not. And bam, Zealot dies. Pushing for it, Lilbow. A little bit. Holding back just a little bit here. Taking a sneaky base. Over here is Neeb. If he can hang on to that, he should be just fine. And patrolling back and forth in case a Warp Prism is heading his way. Excellent, excellent. Covering his bases by Neeb. The Voiders might be going for something of a base race. If they just kind of sneak, or maybe it's a flank attack. What are we doing? Flank attack? Or are you base racing this thing, Neeb? Neeb? Neeb's trying to sneak on through. Neeb. Oh, you're a crazy person, Neeb. All right, so he's going to go ahead and try to sneak on out and try to kill his opponent's base while his opponent is containing him. He says, Skytoss is not bound by your roads or your ground. Can do whatever we want. Warp Prism picking up some workers, transferring them to sneaky, sneaky fourth base. That Lilbow has no idea exists, mind you. Oh, he does know it exists. Oh, he has a Stalker there. How insane is that? And here it is. Bam. Void Rays. Prismatic Alignment being used. I don't see it being used, but maybe he's hanging on for something else instead here. Cannons ready to rock. Carriers killing everything there. And there's the recall. Kills the base, then recalls home. Nicely done indeed. All right. So Immortals crushing things on the ground. Void Rays smashing. And there's the Prismatic Alignment being used. Ooh, Immortal dies almost immediately. But no, a big old attack on here of Stalkers. Secret base of Neebs is completely found. So a base for base snipe there. But it is still 3 base. Okay, so is it 3 base to 3 base now? It is still 3 base to 3 base. Both players hanging on. Worker count 58 to 70. Neeb has the better worker count. He has an interesting combination. Here it is. Big old attack. Archons trying to snipe down those interceptors as best they can. Doing the splash damage is amazing. The Void Rays trying to kill everything here too. Voiders not that great against Archons because Archons are not armored. And so Prismatic Alignment doesn't really matter there. A big old push of Zealots from Lilbow, just bypassing the whole Skytoss army entirely. Going to try to sneak on up and try to kill stuff in the main base. Oh no! They're going to get it. Also Stalkers trying to blink on in. Neeb chasing those with some Immortals and everything else. This forcing a cancel on the fourth base once again is Lilbow and Zealots on top of everything. This carrier is trying to kill them, but their upgrades are good. They do have that +1 plasma shield. Another attack on this way, pushing forward. Continually pushing, but actually getting ganked from behind here is Neeb. Can he actually clean this thing out? Yeah, I think the carrier will clean it out at some point, but this Archon mass is really very scary here. They're getting direct shots onto the carriers, too. They're killing so many interceptors. So many dead interceptors standing here. Cloaked, and was there an observer with this army? I don't know that there is. Free carrier, though. Carrier, look out. Carrier explodes. Oh, gets the observer. Good snipe there by Neeb. I don't think... Yeah, you could see him because there's a cannon. Oh, now we can't see him anymore. Feedback being used on the Mothership core. The Archons trying to snipe that Mothership down. By Mothership core, I meant Mothership. The carriers, oh, they do get scouted. They do snipe down that third base of Lilbow's. Archon count super high as well. But again, keeping them cloaked is a big stinking deal. The Interceptors get decloaked from time to time. Immortals on the ground getting overwhelmed by Archons and by Stalkers. Any kills on this guy? 3 kills, not bad. Continuing to float around here is Neeb, just abusing the fact that he is so darn mobile, taking out yet another Nexus with Prismatic Alignment, and boom, look how fast that exploded in the Gout of Blue Flame. Dead workers here from Lilbow too, 179 to 126 total supply, 41 to 64 Harvesters. Lilbow's just going for the base race, man. He says, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with the mobility of the Skytoss army. I must get out and see what I can do on my own. Forcing a cancel on this base for the second time. After having destroyed it once, there's really nothing here in opposition to Neeb's army here in Lilbow's main base. Lilbow is now supply blocked, attacking forward with the Archons. +3 attack on these guys. Holy shamoly. Very scary stuff indeed. Stalker's taking down that assimilator. Trying to take a base up here is a Lilbow. Again, they're just trying to deal with the fact that, yes, these guys are mobile, but they are also slow. But technically, at this point, Lilbow he has one Nexus. One total Nexus right now. Income is definitely favoring Neeb. However, okay, I'm not sure why Carrier's trying to hold the line. Trying to hold it here at this front door that Lilbow is desperately trying to creep up. Meanwhile, everything in the main base is gone. We're just going to call this gone. We're going to write it off. Some zealots finally getting rid of these probes that we're just harvesting all the live long day. 44 to 31 total harvesters in favor of Neeb. Flying out here with more carriers. We are officially base racing it, man. Neeb here trying to take down Lilbow's Nexus all by their lonesome. And base racing it. How's the DPS in the main doing over here, guys? Pretty good. Pretty good. Some of these guys are not attacking, which is a big problem, but that's a-okay. There are flashing stuff everywhere. Flashing red everywhere on this map. Just killing indiscriminately. Nobody's really target firing that much. Lilbow trying to keep this Nexus alive. This is Lilbow's last Nexus. And he does have enough to make another one if he tries. Oh, did Neeb let that finish and then kill it? Neeb. Neeb, you are so mean. 56 probes killed in the last few seconds here. Here are the rest of them for Lilbow. How are we doing that worker count? 25 to 8. And Lilbow's actually up. 25 to 8 workers. These are them. And unfortunately, they're not that fast when compared to these units because they can maybe run for it. Lilbow is being revealed as all of his Nexuses have been completely destroyed here. Neeb is going to lose these Stargates too. And has Neeb been revealed? Yes, Neeb has not rebuilt his base and is also being revealed. Holy shamoly. Stargates being whittled on down here as well. And yeah, I mean, the problem is how many observers are on the field right now? Lilbow has 3 observers. All right, so that's good. Having 3 observers is nice. He can actually spot stuff. Lilbow throws up a new Nexus. He's going to make this his home. Army supply, though, is 113 to 71 in favor of Neeb. How many Stalkers are on the ground for Lilbow? 11? He has 11, so that's good. I just don't know that he has enough to actually win this particular battle. Neeb's hanging out. What buildings does he have left? This pylon and this assimilator, this is all that Neeb has left. He cannot just sit back and let Lilbow rebuild. He really can't do it. Lilbow somehow does not have any pylons at all in the entire world. So he has 91 supply and he's completely supply blocked. Phoenix gets destroyed there. Lilbow hanging out. He can't. He's mining, kind of. No, he's not yet. Not mining yet. Oh, and he catches the Stalkers out of position, taking out 1, 2, 3 of them. Almost 3. Almost 3 of them. 7 hit points on that guy, but he's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. That's what they always say. Hallucinating Phoenix scouting things on out here, chasing. It is a chase scene. But he just lost him. He lost him very quickly. Pulls back around to defend his final buildings. And you know what? Yeah, these are totally visible to Lilbow because they're the only buildings that are left here. This carrier needs to get in on the action. This carrier hanging out doing nothing is not very useful. It has 8. Wait, 3 interceptors? Is that 3 or is that... 8 total you can get. Yeah, I think that's 8 total you can get. These buildings for Lilbow are still alive. Desperately kind of... Neeb's kind of trying to sneak around and find that additional Nexus, but he's not doing a very good job of it. He needs to send out, like, scouting parties. Yeah, Neeb's dead. Neeb does not have a Nexus. Neeb does not have the ability to get more money to make a Nexus. And so this is him. Like, he's just right here. He needs to find the space and kill it. Otherwise, Lilbow is going to absolutely destroy him. He does manage to bring this guy on into the fight, though. The other problem for Neeb is that carriers do require money to replenish their interceptors. And that's just +3 attack. Is that what that is? Yeah, that's just +3 attack. They do have 8. Okay. Get confused sometimes. Yeah, so again, the problem is that these carriers do require money to replace their interceptors, and so every fight that he's in, he's going to basically be losing more and more of this money to the point that he has nothing left. The carriers will be utterly useless, and the Void Rays will have to carry the day. Currently, there are 10 of them, which is good. Lilbow scouting around here too. Neeb, you can't hang out. Okay, he did send a small hit team around to scout different areas, scouting this base, scouting this base, as well. These zealots need to be moving around at the very least. The problem is these are totally visible. Lilbow has no problem knowing where the buildings are. It's just knowing where the army is that causes him immense pain and immense levels of apprehension. So many pylons. Hey, look! Lilbow's not supply blocked anymore. That's pretty good. Coming back home, though, is Lilbow. He's worried. He's worried about losing this stuff. Does he know? Did he know? Free Stalker if you want it. You could take it down. Free Zealots there, too. And, oh, Observer scouting out to see if they're undefended. He sees they're undefended here, but losing a bunch of workers. Going to go and lose this Assimilator very quickly as well. Lilbow can't decide what to do, but he does lose the Assimilator. And some workers then poking back out. So there's nothing that Lilbow can do in the air to handle this. But flying over land, oh, Lilbow, come up the ramp. You could probably kill it. No, not going to happen. Stalker's still alive with 2 kills to his name. Both players are just kind of turtling up right now. I'm very surprised by this. There we go. Stalker does end up falling. I think maybe Neeb, you just need to go for it. It's just you have to kill these buildings too. He needs to leave just enough to defend this without losing them. I think Lilbow might have this thing. Lilbow has the advantage. If he can just sneak on in, kill those buildings, that one carrier is not enough to stop this from happening. Finally, Neeb gets out here to find some stuff to kill. Does find a few Zealots, but Lilbow is willing to sacrifice those things here. Coming up around the long way. No, Neeb says no. No, I'm so afraid. These are my only buildings in the entire world. Can Lilbow get in there and kill them? He's coming up the ramp. Here it is. Moment of truth. This is it. Ball game. Blinks forward, and that's it. The GG from Neeb. Neeb is defeated, and Lilbow is victorious. Woo! That was a good game. Some Skytoss action, little base trade action, little reestablishing your main way the heck over here action. Yeah, in the end, I think Neeb... I'm trying to decide what Neeb could have done better. He probably could have wiped these things out. That would have helped immensely, because then he could have sent a bigger portion of his army to try to kill this base that he knew existed. And hopefully, I mean, at least race that thing, right? So kill this, and then hope this doesn't killed in time, because Archons are pretty slow, carriers are pretty slow, so I just feel like Neeb had a better shot if he'd taken these out first. But I did love the Skytoss attempt. I liked it so much. It was good to see. Good to see Neeb try new things, and it didn't really work out. But in the end, it was not too shabby. Resources lost 25,000, lost by Lilbow only 20,000, lost by Neeb. So again, pretty darn cost efficient, just not enough to win the game today. And that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself.